Welcome in. We are going to be doing a quick analysis of who JimmyHere is. His real name is Tyler Collins. I'm probably going to find myself flipping back and forth through those names. But let's start up here. Before we do, my name is Katie Lynn. Right here it says the channel of acceptance, a design of an organizational being. I'm just going to ask you, do you resonate with that for him? On the deeper level, this could mean that he does have opinions and he knows details within things and he can synthesize those together. But the thing is that just because he has opinions, it doesn't mean he's right. And there's wisdom that comes from that. He just understands or will understand that there's many opinions and that's okay. Moving down here, this is a channel of transformation, a design of being driven. I'm just going to flat out ask you too. Do you resonate with that for Jimmy? What this means on the deeper level is that he is ambitious and he knows what it takes to get to the top. And getting to the top doesn't mean that he's going to sleep with the boss to get there. Meow. But he really understands talent and also like who has the talent to succeed as well. Jimmy is a person who can provoke or likes to be provoked, and he is also a person who might exaggerate things. If we're going to talk about Jimmy and what he might feel on the deeper level that he might be missing, he might be missing in his mind skills. And he might not even share that with you. And he may not even know how much depth he really has. So he might be running around trying to get all these skills. And he might get bitter doing that because it might lead to burnout. He also might kick himself in the butt when he tries to prove himself. Prove what? He might get bitter when he tries to prove his direction, identity, or his aspect of life, or love in life. He might get bitter when he tries to prove he has control over his money, or, when he tries to prove that he can go, but once again, it might lead to burnout, or he just might act like the good guy to prove that he knows so that he doesn't rock the boat. Right here, too, is like a place where a person can put on that mask. And, when I grew up, I put on a mask so that when I got bullied, they wouldn't be making fun of the true me. They would be making fun of the mask, Oh, they don't know me. So this is where the mask comes out. Where the persona that people create. And this is where the idea of JimmyHere might have come from. And here. Trying to prove you're inspirational, or trying to prove that you're inspiring. But I want to kind of talk about something that I've never talked about regarding any recording I've done so far. And it's this. The reason I talk about this is because Jimmy is 30. And he is a person who understands quite well in the moment what is healthy for him. His body's just going to tell him that. But soon, he's going to feel like things are changing. Maybe he feels like he just might not even be the same person anymore. What happened? But yeah, things are changing. And they started changing when he was 29. But like, that isn't like the firm point. It was like a little bit before that. So he might agree that things started to change then. 27, 28, things are going to take a different direction. And where could you see it happening? Well, let me put up some new words here for you. I have some words above my head. You can't see all of them, but that's okay. I'm going to tell you what's there. Right here, we talked about how before he might feel like he's lacking skills. Well, he might need to be wary about the things that he commits to, because he might create extreme burnout, you know, because this energy is going to be passing through being the jack of all trades. So he might be put into a position where he can gain all these skills. Like right here, it's people know you're the manager. People put you in the position of management. Like, this is literally called the channel of money, a design of a materialist. This is about being in control. So you're going to feel like you might not even be in control. Like, you just feel like you're being pulled in a direction and it might be out of your hands. You may be feeling like you're so busy that your direction is changing. Maybe you're becoming the keeper of the keys. You're changing your beat on how you're doing things. Maybe you, like I said, maybe you're going to be put into management or put into a position where you're going to be super busy, where, you know, your thoughts have to become deeds. It doesn't mean that they will or that they need to. But this feeling of being risky and safe in that riskiness and caring for your tribe is coming in, and saying yes too often when you don't really need to, like giving when it hurts. You're going to be learning about a lot of different things, and this one here is kind of like the way that I was explained it in school, and I can't really explain it any other way because I'm terrible with words. It means like there's this table that people are sitting at, and you know, like the king and queen sit at the end of the table. Do they? I don't know. Anyways, people like try to get to the end of the table because that's where like the most important seats are, and then you get to the head of the table, and then what? And then who can I support from that? Like, it's very tribal. It's like, I got to the head of the table, then what? What can I do for my tribe to maybe help them to get to the top of the, or, you know, top of the food chain? Because you do have that capability to be able to do that. To be able to focus, start new things, complete things as well, and just to like have those experiences. You know, the details within things. Man, I could talk forever, but like, one last thing that I want to talk about before we get moving is the word profile 6-2. The sixness of it is like, Jimmy is a sage, like a sage up on the mountain, knowing what has gone by and seeing what is coming. And like a sage, he is here to tell, you know, the people. But yeah, you have this knowing, and ever since you were young, you've been this like wise little body, and people have seen you as this wise little body. And now that you're in your 30s, you do have this opportunity to like go into your little cocoon and lick the wounds from the first part of your life. So, yeah, you're in just like this cocoon phase right now, where you just have this time just to be. And then you're just going to be thrust back out into life when you're like in your 50s. Anywho, and that's when people are finally going to like listen to you for the true guide and master and natural that you are. You are natural, and you are a hermit, and you like drama free. You don't want to be in the noise. So yeah, it takes a lot to like ingest the knowing of what's coming. So like that hermetism is good, but like you are sage, so people will see your awesomeness and people will recognize that. And those are the people that you should spend your time on. The people that see you're awesome. All right, we could keep on talking. This is what Jimmy looks like when he sleeps. This is what Jimmy thinks that he's doing. This is what Jimmy's body is doing. You know, we could talk forever, talk about health, yada yada. Anyhow, thank you for listening. If you want your analysis done like Jimmy, uh, the base experience is $50, but the true experience of having this done is to learn how you say your yes and no, and that will guide you through your purpose. And that's $250. You have a great day. Thank you for listening.